Da Pixel.tv for nylig var i London, fik vi en snak med en af folkene bag Left4dead.
Left4dead is a new game from Valve that attempts to sort of take co-op gaming to the next level in a manner that Counter-Strike sort of introduced new dynamics to multiplayer action games. We've seen a lot of folks starting to get more connected with their friends and their favorite servers through back-end services such as Steam, and I think that's opened up the desire for folks to want to have a gameplay that really encourages team play, not just in a you can play as a team, but in a manner of you really have to play as a team. Using Counter-Strike as an example, some of us have played, really great games where the team was really acting as a unit, and that was probably, for that player, their best Counter-Strike experience. So. I think there's a couple things about Left4dead that we can be really proud of. One is sort of just, having the moxie to go after a gameplay dynamic that's just, unapologetically unforgiving to players who don't play as a team. Counter-Strike was almost brutal in a sense and took some chances in that, if you were eliminated before the round was over, you were going to sit out until the end of the round. And prior to that, no one had taken that risk in the game design. So I think that's one interesting part of Left4dead. Obviously, another big part of it is the advances in artificial intelligence, this notion of an AI director that we're introducing that is really there to do three things. One is make the cooperative experience unique each time you play it. In the current generation of co-op games, once you've played it once or twice, you have the maps memorized and it's no longer a challenge. So that's one thing. The other thing is to be able to scale to the player's experience and the team's experience. So if you choose normal difficulty in a single player game, it's just you and your difficulty is going to ramp with the game as it progresses. But in a team play dynamic, if you choose medium difficulty, things may happen along the way, such as losing players along the way, which will cause the team to, need a little bit lighter difficulty to succeed, or the team may start actually functioning as a stronger unit, in which case they're going to be able to take on more challenges. So the AI director is also sort of looking to, while he's keeping the rooms dynamically procedurally generated, scaling to the team's abilities, and then also keeping an eye out to make sure that we're not just, blowing the players' senses up by having too much action going on. And that also creates a moment to sort of scare people a little bit. It's a little bit eerie when you've just had a bunch of zombies, attack you, and then you enter the next room and it's completely empty, and maybe the next room is completely empty. You're like, wait, this isn't quite right. So then when the attack does come, it has that much more of a high to it. So we're trying to keep those peaks and valleys really spread out so that the highs are great highs and the lows are really sort of creepy down, nothing going on kind of moments.
Watch my back!
Watch out!
Oh, damn! Run! Coming for me! Back it up!
Can you give our viewers a tip that'll make them be really good at playing Left4dead?
I think obviously work together as a team. Don't necessarily fire, that shouldn't always be your first reaction. The boomer, for example, he has a belly full of gas, and if he's within 5 feet of you and you shoot him, you just blew yourself up. There's also another boss infected called the witch. And in that case, everybody flashlights off, nobody fires, just very quietly move around her. We don't want to disturb her, everything will be cool. If we let her know that we're there at all, we're probably going to be in for a bad time of it. So I think that's really the number one thing, is that maybe it's a little counterintuitive to action games, is to think before you fire and don't necessarily leap into combat. Sometimes it may be better to take a more passive stance to get through things.